Welcome to the Ultimate Fatigue Recovery Formula Workshop. I'll be just waiting a little bit until everybody's signed up. I know it takes a little bit of time. There's always a bit of a delay, so just bear with me a bit. Let everybody settle down and we shall start in just a couple seconds. Let's start with a bit of housekeeping. First of all, thank you so much for signing up. And I'm really excited and I hope you can get a lot of valuable information out of this. This workshop runs every Monday, so in case you missed a replay and you want to see it again, and I will update it every week a bit more, so you can always re-sign or re-register and come back on next Monday or any other Monday. But can you actually hear me? Have you unmuted the video? Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up, down. Yes? That's brilliant. Then we actually can start. This workshop today is actually pre-recorded. I did that yesterday on Sunday afternoon, just simply because the platform I'm using is not ready for live hosting workshops. So once this is available, I shall be live with you. Although at this moment in time, I'm actually able to join the chat because I'm not busy being live explaining everything. So do say hello because I can answer all your questions and comments straight away in the chat. I'll be right here. If there are any questions or more complex things, or we're running totally out of time, I'm happy to jump on the Facebook group tomorrow at 1 o'clock and we'll answer all the leftover questions. Okay? So make that maybe a little mark in your diary, 1 o'clock tomorrow, if you want your question, which I might have not answered, want to get answers to. Otherwise, let's start. Let's see. Have you turned off your phone? Have you closed the tabs and got rid of any other distractions? It is about an hour and a half long, this workshop, so please get yourself really comfy, have something to drink, preferably a glass of water. I definitely don't want you to run dry. And I'll tell you later on why is that so important. And pen and paper. Have you got it all? Brilliant. Then I would say, let's go. Enjoy abundant energy in your golden years, even if you can't get out of bed right now. This is my mission for you. I'm going to show you how you can do this in a comprehensive and holistic way, how to inject more energy life force into your body and become fatigue free. You are in the right place if you're ready to have more energy. You want to enjoy an active lifestyle in your later years, and you want to experience a fuller life with people you love. This workshop is for you if you want to go back to bed all the time. Just the thought of having to cook and clean tires you out. This workshop is for you if you visited a few doctors and they insist you are fine. You just need to get some rest. But rest is all you seem to do these days, right? Family gatherings leave you depleted. You long to be active again, but considering selling your sports gear? No, don't do it. Are you suffering from certain medical conditions that cause fatigue? Let me tell you, every big change follows a series of little changes. It is not hard and not complicated, but changes get only provoked by taking action. As little as it may seem sometimes. So let's look at it. before we get into it, I want to tell you this workshop is not for you if you made the final decision to stay in your bed, on your couch, or in your rocking chair for the rest of your life. I'm not here to support that at all. Or you want just a magic pill that fixes everything immediately without putting any work in. I know if you're tired, but such a pill does not exist, believe me. If it would, I would sell it. Or you're fine with not spending time doing the things you love with the people you love. So you're just happy being where you are. If you're like that and you feel like this, then I really would say this is not for you. So don't waste your time. Otherwise, let's go. Before we start, I really want to thank you for attending, and I have made my immune boosting activation available to all of you at the end of this workshop. And it will arrive in your email as well. So you can start your recovery journey straight away today. Is that good? Okay, let's carry on. Now, I really think we all agree to this quote. Fatigue is different than being tired. When you're tired, you know that if you can just get some sleep, you will feel better. But fatigue is still there when you wake up. It stays with you all day. It is a lack of energy, a feeling of mental, emotional, and physical exhaustion. Give me a yes if that resonates with you. It did with me, definitely. Okay, I carry on. Big warning, this is not your typical workshop. I'm not just presenting. We are actually looking at 3 real people and how the fatigue recovery journey took place in their life. Each case study will highlight one of the 3 stages of fatigue recovery. Based on those 3 stories, you will understand exactly how they did it and how it is possible for you as well. Sounds good? Let's go. First, a little bit about me. I'm Claudia Carrillo. I'm originally from Germany, so I do apologize for my accent. But the journey of life brought me to the beautiful Lake District here in the UK. I'm a single mom of 2 beautiful boys, my son Mishi, the older one, and Leo. We really shared a love for traveling and love to do all kinds of adventures. So I just popped a little mosaic together of what I've been up to the last few years. The first picture is actually doing the Keswick 3 Peaks, if you've heard of them. And they've usually been run every year, but obviously not last year. So I did this 2 years ago, and that was my second mountain I climbed out of 3. So I was really happy having done that. The second picture is actually Christmas 2020. I managed to escape to Gran Canaria over Christmas with Leo. Between border closures, Spain and England. So it was a bit of another adventure. The third picture is me on the Morecambe Crosby Walk, which is held every summer here. And it's actually, the start is right in front of my house. And it's only run for charity. So if you have a charity you want to support and they are on the list, you can sign up every summer usually and take part. It's a lovely thing to do. But you need a bit of stamina and able to walk quite a couple miles in water as well. Look. Then there's Athens and the Acropolis, which was a lovely short break. My luxury yachting around the Mediterranean, and the Guard Exchange in front of Buckingham Palace, and our absolute favorite so far, which was Machu Picchu in Peru. So we're getting around a bit. Anyway, let's carry on. I'll show you something else. This is Belize. I actually did live in this beautiful tropical country. It was my absolute dream to be there. I worked for an offshore medical university and I traveled around the country a lot. It's a tiny country, but very, very diverse, really, really interesting. I really loved learning to dive, and obviously beach was just lovely. After work, I could sit on the beach, look, and like little Michi, sitting in a hammock and just relax. It was beautiful. For me, the world could have just stopped, really. I really thought it was paradise on earth. I was in my early 30s, but health-wise, I really felt stuck and I hated how I felt. I had allergies, bowel issues, PMS, you all have heard of it, ladies, fatigue in general, seasonal colds constantly coming up, and I contracted 2 virus infections in Belize, and the result then in the end was adrenal fatigue. So during these 2 infections, actually the second one was really bad. I was in bed for 3 days. Basically couldn't get out. I was like almost in, well, it was in a haze. I slept like 20 hours a day and I had to inject my own medication while I looked after my 2-year-old boy. So it was really scary, to be honest. So I really thought, I can't cope with this. I can't do this anymore. And living with the boy there, my parents, 2 days travel away, not knowing English nor how to travel, wasn't really an option. So what did I do? I abandoned my dream. Not happy. I moved back to Germany to be closer to my family. So I had the support. Went to doctors, obviously, and I was told I just need to get more rest. But I knew really something was wrong with me, which I needed to fix. So as someone who suffered from fatigue, I struggled to find the information and support I desperately really needed. Therefore, I embarked on an extensive journey of research and discovery and studied many, many different therapies along the way. One thing that significantly improved my well-being was homotoxicology, which is all about ridding the body of toxins on a cellular level. But I'll come to that in a little bit. Another game changer in my life was bioregulatory medicine. Then I moved to the UK. I completed a foundation degree in alternative medicine, and I combined everything I had learned into a unified system of whole body restoration, which I have since used to treat myself and many other clients. As it really got rid of my fatigue, and I'm proving it in the system as a lot of my clients are now fatigue-free. I live now without health worries, year-round strong immune system, and with high levels of energy. Like my friends, for example, they sit at home, they're scared of viruses like at the moment in time. I don't have any time for that, to be honest. I run 2 really busy clinics, one in Lancaster and one in Arnside, so I can't really be off. I can't afford it. I don't want to afford it, to be honest, not for health issues. Now with lockdown, I actually was able to fulfill my 2-year-long festering dream of getting parts of my business online so I could reach a wider audience and be an online health practitioner, energy specialist, and mentor and coach. So I can actually, all my learning, researching my decade of biomedic training and treating my clients and looking into chronic fatigue, autoimmune diseases, and also now recently COVID-19, can bring it to more and more people. So they learn, they know. I want to help you. I want to help you really understand and take charge of your health and learn and basically change where you're at right now, really. So let's have case study number 1, which is me, and the first key to fatigue recovery, which is knowledge and application. Let's go on a learning spree. Because you have the ability to heal. Your body has the ability to repair, and I am here to show you that if I can do it, my clients can do it, you can do it too. Let's dive really into what I want to show you. Rather than using a one-size-fits-all approach to treat specific illnesses or diseases, I use bioregulatory medicine, which seeks to understand the unique biology of an individual on very multiple levels. Natural healing methods are then employed to support and restore the body's built-in self-healing and self-regulating mechanism. How do I do this? I'm going to show you a broad overview with how I have learned and the time in Germany and in the UK, and I'm going to try to keep it really, really free of medical jargon. Now, this is a little bit complicated at times, not the jargon, but I want you to understand my system, but I don't want to overload you. So, because there's so much information I could bring across, it could take days, really. Now, I have tried to really, really minimize it so you can follow me. So bear with me or send a comment if it's too complicated or you don't understand it. No question is too silly to ask. Please ask. I want you to really get the fundamentals and the basic in this system I want to share with you. That is my aim really for you. Let's go. So I don't want to baffle you, but I want to give you an insight of how I recovered from fatigue and how it is successfully done for everyone, really. I would like to invite you to have a look at this unique framework in front of you. So let's go. Here you see the 4 elements. You see the immune system on the top, the detoxification, then the mind and lifestyle, and at the end, the biofield. Now, all these elements are actually linked, so it's actually a spiral. If you can see that, so they're linked together. The only thing what changes is the chain of importance when we're looking at different origins of fatigue, for different causes or different labels of fatigue. So, but otherwise, this system applies to anybody who feels fatigue, really, because all these 4 elements need to work in synchronicity and efficiently, and that will keep balance in your body. So the body then has the resources it really needs to deal with anything that gets thrown at it on a daily basis, be it physically, mental, or emotional, it doesn't matter, but it needs to be effectively able to sort this out. We want to move our body towards balance, which can be also called homeostasis, if you ever heard of this word. This is my entire goal, to help achieve total balance in the body. Okay, how can we do that? I want to invite you to look with me at these different origins of fatigue. So you can see that the same 4 elements we just looked at do apply to all chronic fatigues. I have categorized them into groups, given specific fatigue examples to each group, and will quickly point out the interrelation between the elements I just showed you. So if you're ready, we're going to start with the biological induced fatigue, which is caused by viruses. The main already long-term research culprits are the Epstein-Barr virus, which can be detected in people with ME, and the herpes virus, which exists in over 60 different variations and is developed or has developed over the last 200 years. This virus is mostly found with people classically diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. Both viruses can be transmitted in a number of ways, but for example, you can also already have had it from your mom because it can be transferred from the womb into the fetus. Now, other viruses as we can see, we can add is COVID-19. It falls under that category. The flu virus, SARS, if you have heard of it, etc., etc. So this is all virus-related issue which we can solve. Now, how can we solve it? What is the most important element from our 4 I've shown you? It is the immune system. So the immune system has to be modulated in order to reduce the viral load. Virus, the way they work, they basically use our cells. They're like little parasites, and they hop in one of our cells and turn it into a virus cell. So they grow really exponentially. So we have to kind of get them back, reduce them. So, but with reducing those, we're creating a lot of toxins. So we're destroying that virus and have a lot of end products. Therefore, we need to actually move all these toxins out of the body, which needs to be done through detoxification and drainage, which is the next most important element in this one. Now we have reduced the viral load and we want to really keep it low. We cannot really completely get rid of the virus in the body. So we will always have an imprint in there, which is also good because the body will remember it. So when it grows again, this load, when it's exploding again for whatever reason, the body is happy, easy to attack it. But in order to keep this load really, really, really low, so it doesn't affect us, we need to achieve balance. We need to have a balanced lifestyle, and we need to learn mental coping mechanisms. And so we can deal with stress of any kind, but I'll come to stress later on. So then we have the biofield, which was our 4th element, and we need to support basically our detoxing organs, like the liver, the kidneys, skin, which is our biggest detoxifying organ, and the lungs as well, because they get affected by too much toxicity. So we need to really support those. But if you want to read a bit deeper about viruses in your body and how and why it's related to fatigue, I would like to recommend the book, The Medical Medium by Anthony William. That is quite a lot of explained in it. So now let's have a quick look at group number 2, which is the mental stress-induced fatigue, which can occur through emotional or physical trauma, such as losing a loved one, highly stressful situations over a period of time, such as high-powered jobs, high performance-driven activities, simply being overwhelmed with daily life and body changes like menopause. A lot of us know that one. I'm right in it. Or living in high state of high alertness due to exposure to abusive environment, which does happen. We cannot neglect that, and might have happened in younger years. So examples in this category is, for example, fibromyalgia or adrenal fatigue. I know a lot of you who have joined in the Facebook group, etc., have been diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Now, what do you think? Which element actually is the most important one here? It is the mindset and lifestyle. We will have to learn coping mechanisms, which then help us to reduce the stress component in the body. We also have to then address the biofield to deal with the symptoms, like we have to look at the pain, for example, in fibromyalgia. We have to reactivate an exhausting adrenal fatigue. But in order to do this, we cannot neglect that. We need to modulate the immune system and have to detox the body. So that's number 2. Is that clear so far? Can you follow me? Give me a yes or a no, a Y and an I and an N. Not a Y and an I, that's easy. A Y and an N, if that makes sense to you. Does it? I'll just wait a little bit to see if there's anything coming through. Any comments, any questions? Otherwise, I'll carry on. Now let's have a look at group 3. I class this as the reactive fatigue, as it's a biological reaction to underlying health issues. Or you could also call it secondary cause of an existing illness. You can see examples of very common health complaints here, but I want to point out specifically cancer and post-cancer treatment situations, because that is a very common ground of fatigue, right? As the nature of cancer requires really toxic medication to stop the growth and destroy the cancerous cells, the body has to get rid of a lot of toxins. So it is really overloaded with them. So what do you think, which element would be mostly we need first? I'll tell you. It is the biofield, because first we have to support the organs which do the detoxing. So we have to really strengthen them, let them work really efficiently, and then do really aggressive detoxification. So help the body get rid of all these toxins it has accumulated through treatment. We also need to address the immune modulation or the immune system straight away. That's really important. Otherwise, with all this detoxing, the immune system going to collapse. And we obviously need to adjust our lifestyle, change our mindset, and improve our quality of life with this. So we can restore our mental resources and help the body to live as healthy as possible. Does that make sense? Okay. Now let's have group 4, which is kind of the hardest to address really, or to influence, as it will be a lifelong ongoing process, because DNA defects are irreversible. So I can't get rid of those. Not many doctors or science can't really do that, but we can influence them. We can influence the immune system, we can detox, we can constantly trigger the biofield, so it actually learns to perform to its best ability, while we would have to learn to cope and adjust our lifestyle according to the body's given factors, circumstances. We want to try to get the body as balanced as possible. So a couple examples here, you see the sickle cell disease or mitochondrial disease, if you've heard of those. Now, in case of certain diseases, for example, COPD, emphysema, or bronchiectasis, heart diseases, Parkinson's, congenital diseases, or diabetes or insulin-dependent diabetes, it may not be possible to eliminate the root cause, but it is possible to ring-fence the damage and help your body to function more effectively, and with that, increasing your quality of life. Does that all make sense to you? Now, which group do you think your symptoms would fit in? Give me a 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the comments. I want to see where most people struggle with or believe that's kind of where they fit in with their symptoms they have. While you tap in, I'll go back to our recovery process. And we're going to have a look at what I changed in my body first, so I could recover from my health issues and beat my fatigue. I invite you to take a look at our immune system and our communication channels. If the immune system, which I class as the powerhouse of our body, works like clockwork, we do not get seasonal infections. Allergies are a word of the past. Yes, you can get rid of those. And viruses have no chance to replicate, as I said before. With detoxing the connective tissue, we can also call the extracellular matrix or intracellular matrix. It depends which one. The environment within and around each and every cell, and you know how many we have? We have got over 1 trillion cells in our body, will make the communication easy, clear, and uninterrupted. Therefore, less energy is required to signaling and less errors happen. That kind of makes sense, right? Okay, now I can hear a question coming up. What has that all to do with increasing my energy levels? Well, let me tell you, it is our body's main objective to create energy on a daily, minutely basis. It's the reason we breathe, we walk, we eat, our heart beats, we sleep. The more we streamline and support the body's effort to produce energy, the easier it can do it. The less interruptions and obstacles it has to face, the more it can build energy reserves, which in return serves us well in really extraordinary circumstances in life. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if you understood that one. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this one. As I just explained, one major part of my fatigue recovery method is to modulate the immune system and to detox and drain our tissue. The reason for this, you can see well defined in this quote: a good drainage is half of a good therapy. Based on the teaching of bioregulatory medicine and homotoxicology, I have designed the perfect formula to address the immune system, detoxification, and drainage in our tissue. Now, you might ask, why is this so important again? Let me tell you. If you follow this slide, you can see very common symptoms many people experience and go to the doctor expecting help. And over again, you're told there's nothing to do, nothing wrong with your body, right? Does that sound familiar? You might even be sent home as being classed as a hypochondriac, or even family members might think that, right? Okay. Well, we know that those symptoms are real and they have a real cause. These symptoms are signs of tissue detoxification, which means your connective tissue, the extracellular matrix, is pretty much a sluggish cesspit rather than a clear stream. Instead of an easy passage for nutrients, signaling molecules, oxygen, or medication being transported to the cell, those vital substances are stuck and struggle to get to where they are needed the most, your cells. Now, what are the things blocking the connective tissue? These are toxins, pollutants, catabolites of food, and medication created by the cell, either deposited into this extracellular matrix or by the body. And the lack of enough fluid prevents them to be moved out of the tissue and into the system to be excreted. Now, I've got a little side note here. In young, healthy people, the extracellular matrix is a pink color and a very smooth gel-like substance consisting of 90% water. And in an old person who has never really drunk enough water, didn't do enough exercise, had not a particularly good diet, didn't take any supplements, or thought professional help to clean out the connective tissue on a regular basis, the color is brown and the gel is like substance is thick like a brick and got lots of ridges. Which substance do you think is better capable of transmitting and transporting effectively? Give me a happy emoji for pink and a sad emoji for brown. I think I know you know which one is the better one, right? But I want to see if you're all still with me. Are you still here? Does it make sense? Does it help you? Now, if you look at the symptoms which are caused by a clogged up connective tissue, do they sound familiar to you? Like anxiety, depression, sleeplessness, headaches, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, ME, low libido, IBS, being overweight, joint pain, allergies, and I could carry on. I think they're very familiar, aren't they? Which one is your biggest issue? Put it in the comments. Next question is, how does the body sort out toxins which are either introduced into the body, such as viruses, bacteria, or pollutants, or end products produced by the body? So how does that work? The body naturally sorts this out in a really very long, complicated biochemical reaction chain with many catalyst enzymes and other molecules using the immune system and hormones to create an environment of low-grade raised temperature of 35 to 37 degrees Celsius. This kind of environment in our body, is our normal temperature, burns off the toxins constantly and allows the body to drain them out of the tissue, where they then get excreted either through the bowels, the kidneys, the skin through sweat, or through the lungs when we're breathing out. This process happens on a constant basis, as I just said. And if the body is in balance and we don't create any stress situations, it has to acutely cope with, it runs smoothly and we don't even know it's happening. So now a lot of people experience fever when they are ill. Fundamentally, do you think this is a normal or abnormal reaction in the body? What do you think? Give me a yes or a no. It definitely is a yes. Now let me explain this. A higher toxic load means the body needs to raise its temperature to burn the toxins off. So no harm is done by the toxins to the body. The only time it needs to be intervened is when the toxic overload causes temperatures as high as 40 degrees in adults or 42 degrees in children, as those temperatures do affect certain proteins in the body and can create permanent damage. So now our lovely society has really created a really big issue, which confuses the body seriously. Giving temperature reducing medication, such as, you will know, paracetamol, or could be called Tylenol, when the body has a slight raised temperature up to 39 degrees Celsius, because it's trying to work through its toxic load by having, like, dealing with an infection, etc. So now the confusion is created because the medication is actually preventing the body to do its normal work. So it doesn't really know what to do anymore. And in return, this creates a lot of problems and causes the body to use a lot more energy to work out what's going on. And which, you guess what's coming now, creates stress in the body, fatigue, tiredness, and more long-term illnesses. So even so, in our well-developed society, we creating illnesses, we're getting more and more allergic to things, etc., because of issues like this. Because we are actually want to instantly feel better, we are not allowing our body to sort itself out. We don't give it enough rest, we don't support and care for our body until it's successfully defeated, for example, the infection, and eliminated the toxins out of the system, which we should. We should just give the rest and let it work through it. But the long-term effects from not letting that happen are inevitably loss of energy, which is, surprise, surprise, fatigue and faster aging. Does that sound familiar? I think it does. Let's carry on. Any aha effects at the moment so far? What have you learned? Does it help you? Let me know, please. Let me pop on the music again. I like it with a bit of music. It's distracting me. Not being so nervous. So there we go. And let's carry on. Let's look at case study number 2, my friend Gaynor, my new friend Gaynor. And we're going to look at the second key to the recovery process, which is the process. So we're looking at lifestyle and mindset. Let's meet Gaynor. Gaynor is a retired teacher from Chorley in the Lancashire district here in the UK. And she has been one of my first clients to start her journey in my online program during our COVID lockdown last year. Gaynor had emotional trauma due to her husband passing away over 2 years ago. She couldn't face the world. Her body went into a shock state as her emotions, thoughts, and feelings couldn't cope with the loss. We all probably have been exposed to that, right? Some can cope easier, some less. Because of, she became over anxious and stopped talking to her closest friends as she couldn't deal with the sympathy and pity, avoiding any scenario which could trigger facing a dilemma of being alone, feeling lonely, and having to digest the loss of someone who had been with her for almost a lifetime. Her world basically fell apart, but she never told anyone how she felt and that she wasn't able to deal with it. So her mountain became insurmountable. Now let's look at factors Gaynor kind of left aside, which influence our body a lot. Do they sound familiar? I want to talk about how we can influence all this. Like stress, and stress can be emotional, physical, mental, unbalanced diet, fatigue, diseases, underlying issues we have already in the body now, the aging process, not enough exercise, not enough fresh air. These are all negative influences. But the biggest one, I believe, is stress. So I would like to focus, just for the purpose of narrowing it down and give an example, I would like to focus on stress, because I think we all have that on a daily basis. And we really have to learn how to deal with it in the right way, right? Okay. I'd like to invite you to take another quick look at our spiral. We talked about immune modulation, the detoxification. Now we are at element number 3, the mindset and lifestyle. I want to show you that with the right guidance and support in a structured manner, we can do a lot ourselves to improve and provoke quantum leaps of positive changes and create energy resources for the time when life tumbles us about. With life changes and mind training, we can learn, adapt, and transform our mental belief system and evolve out of our own restrictions. And when on top of it all, we can identify our health issues and get them treated, or we become more aware of them, then we get really highly alert when things are not working so well and address them immediately. Then really, we not only have all the energy we want, but we are in fact reducing the aging process of our body. I'll have another little side note here. Our biological age is actually over 140 years, but most people die before they get to 100, right? Why do you think that is? Let me tell you. It's lifestyle, it's our environment, it's behavior, beliefs, traumas, constant stress, born dispositions, which literally suck the life and energy out of our body, which in turn returns our lifespan. Let's carry on. Our mind is a really, really powerful tool we can influence to our advantage. I really love this quote. She stood in the storm, and when the wind didn't blow her way, she adjusted her sail. That's what we want to learn. With the right mindset and integrated self-help mechanisms, you can adjust your body's reaction to certain normal, very stressful, creating situations. Deal with those situations in a calm, clear, and confident manner, which in return does not put any strain on your body's energy production. And therefore, no deficiencies are created within the body, and you simply have more energy to help you whenever, whatever gets thrown at you, like bigger things, like when somebody passes away, like menopause, where it's like bigger things the body needs to really work through. Now, Gaina needed the support, and she put her trust in me and the process of the program. She was faithful in making adjustments and sticking to them. She implemented the steps I shared with her and actively took charge of working towards better health and lifestyle. She was open to my advice, guidance, and support, and she made the changes necessary to transform her life. Gaina influenced her mindset with the coaching modules I shared with her and made step-by-step little changes to help her body keeping in perfect balance, and therefore was able to build her energy resources back up. What lifestyle changes do you think are necessary? I want to invite you to have a look at those. Let me introduce my favorite one, water. And the magic of water. Look at the list of issues which can be positively influenced when drinking good quality water in the right amount according to our body weight on an average day without exercise. Like me, I am between 70 and 75 kilos. I should be drinking around 3 liters of fluids. just to be adequately hydrated. Now, let's look at the quality of fluids. Let me tell you, it takes up to 6 weeks for the body to get out of chronic dehydration with adequate intake every day. So if you don't feel thirsty right now on a daily basis, that means you are chronically dehydrated, which will reverse. It takes 6 weeks if you follow, for example, this little table here and drink the enough amount of water every day. Then your bucket will slowly fill up. As we are 70% of water, water is our life force, really. Now, coffees, green tea, English tea, I'm sorry, ladies, gentlemen who love your English tea, do not count as they have substances in them which take the water straight out of the body. So the body cannot make use of it effectively at all. Does that make sense? I'm not talking about decaf. Decaf is fine. Okay. Quality of water is very important too, especially in areas where chlorine is added to the drinking water. So my advice would be get a water filter put under your sink, which gets rid of big particles, does reverse osmosis, and alkalizes the water. So if you get a proper filter, do it right. If that's not in your budget, at least get a filter what takes out the bigger particles, such as chlorine. As in England, all the water is chlorinated. We drink out of the tap, unless you got your own well. As chlorine is quite an allergen. If you kind of think of going swimming in an indoor swimming pool, how quickly do your eyes get red if you don't wear goggles? Now looking at the list, increase of energy, reduced joint pain, improves digestion, regulates body temperature, flushes toxins, maintains healthy body blood pressure, allows easy breathing, healthier skin, better absorption of nutrients, reduces feelings of hunger. Does that surprise you? What actually water is all responsible for? Let's carry on. Next one. Nutrition. I would like to delve in a little bit into nutrition and the importance of quality diet, which can be defined as a high intake of a wide variety of plant-based foods, which include vegetable, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. A moderate intake, of quality protein, such as seafood, lean meat, and dairy. What the fuck? Hello? Oh, just pop it in, thank you. And a low intake of processed foods. The wrong diet can play a big part in mental and physical health, as diet quality and mental outcomes are directly linked to physiological and physiological processes. Poor diet or mental health are the leading causes of mortality and morbidity worldwide. Studies show that we don't consume enough whole grains, fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, or seeds. But we do eat too much processed meat, high sugar-based beverages, and too much salt or sodium. I have created an extensive module on nutrition within the fatigue recovery formula, which our friend Gaina delved into with enthusiasm and adjusted her food consumption accordingly, which after a few weeks even got her to lose weight without even trying. So for the people who struggle with weight, the whole formula will address weight issues as well, definitely. A balanced diet should also provide essential vitamins or vitamins, whichever way you like to call it, and minerals the body really requires. Now, many of us, unfortunately, are really deficient in essential micronutrients, which are vitamins and minerals are called, for a wide range of reasons. Therefore, we need to supplement to actually create and keep optimum health and well-being in our body. Even if we think we are having a really healthy and balanced diet, deficiencies will be most likely present due to the general depletion of nutritional value in the growing fruits and vegetables we buy actually. Just for, let's say, compare the 60s, 1960s to now the 21st century, the actual value of food has decreased down to, well, of 90%. So what an apple was worth and had on nutrients in it in the 60s, it's 90% less now. Shocking, really shocking. Plus, we also have high toxicity levels within the foods we eat and many stress factors we face on a daily basis, which demand a high supply of micronutrients than we did really need years and years and years ago. I always talk about the importance of supplementing and how quality, combination, and strengths are vital to be actually making a difference within the body. On this slide, you can see the complete list of supplements required for fatigue recovery. You all should have received a checklist where I mentioned the absolute minimum. That would be, for example, let me repeat it, omega-3, CoQ10, vitamin C, and Siberian ginseng. Now, these supplements need to be taken in a therapeutic dosage, not as a recommended daily allowance dose, as we need to elevate the body out of its emergency coping state. That means don't go to Asda and buy what's off the shelf and follow the instructions. That you might as well throw it in a bin or at the wall. It does not make any difference in you. You need high quality, the right strengths, and the right combination to make a difference in the body. So you don't throw your money out. Now, I hope I have given you lots and lots of valuable advice, which my friend Gaina, our friend Gaina now, had taken in her stride and succeeded. Gaina is 67 years old. I'm glad she didn't mind me mention that. She was absolutely tired, not wanting or able to do very much, almost accepting that this would be her life now. Now, apart from doing all the housework and daily tasks, she's walking much further than she ever did because she wants to and she enjoys it. She's cooking and baking for the grandchildren and they are staying overnight, which is something she always loved but didn't have the energy for. She's taking up her old hobbies and has contacted her best friend after almost 3 years. Well done, Gaina. Her blood pressure is lower Ankle and back pain just disappeared, and she wakes up with a spring in her step and a smile in her face every day. I want you to be Gaynor, or to follow Gaynor in her footsteps. But let's carry on. Since her transformation, Gaynor has invited the family over for the first time in years and could spend time with her grandchildren without looking at the clock and wondering when they'll be leaving again, so she could rest. She even had the whole family for 3 days over Christmas. And she did all the cooking. Imagine that. Getting up at a more regular time and doing things with a more flowing daily routine. She's healthier, fitter, and happier now. And she got motivation. Her enthusiasm returned and she's enjoying things again, wanting to get outdoors and not hiding away from the world. She has picked up the hobbies she couldn't do for a long time. And she feels more valued and a better person within herself. I'm proud of my Gaynor. Oh, what is happening? Now, don't just take my word for it, but see yourself what Gaynor had to say. I invite you to read her little note. I usually got loads of little messages and emails from lots and lots of clients like Gaynor. And that means really so much to me, to be honest, because it shows me that I do make a difference in people's life, that I do improve their life. And I'm so grateful that with my expertise, you can do that. You can achieve it. You just, yeah, live your life to your best ability, really. That's fantastic. Now, my little wander around showed you what's coming. What's coming now? I know recovery is a marathon and not a sprint. So, for everyone who trains for a marathon, they need a trainer. I'm here for you to help you become fatigue-free. I have put all my knowledge and all the tools I have used to heal myself and my clients like Gaynor into the method I am describing in this workshop. Are you still with me? Are you ready to embark on a little marathon? Start with your first step. Start walking. Are you ready for it? If you are, I'm here to help. Let's see and look at case study number 3 and the third key to fatigue recovery, which is dealing with underlying health issues. Now, not everybody has them, but in the age past 50, 60, 70, a lot of people deal with underlying health issues. That's why I want to look into this a bit deeper. Let's have a look at Sean. Let me pop this on this side. Sean is a 52-year-young, well-known businessman in the fitness industry. He owns a spectacular health club 315 in Lancaster and is not new to healthy living. But the stresses of building his business over the past 8 years and money struggles to support this massive operation while increasing the membership and getting enough money coming in really left him very depleted and with exceptional, overwhelming fatigue. And finally, he ended up in hospital with pneumonia and also developed pleurisy. Pleurisy is a collection of infected fluids between the lung tissues and the walls of the lung. So it's not easy to get there and to get it out, and it really restricts your breathing. Now, he came out of hospital not only to carry on his treatment for his infections, but also with the dreaded diagnosis of cancer. He was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, which are cancerous malformations of white blood cells in the bone marrow. They stick to the bone walls and basically destroy the bone. Now, TIAs, frozen shoulder, lower and upper back pains followed during his treatment process. But the specific support he received through my program, helping him getting through his 4 months of chemotherapy and with the right preparations for his stem cell therapy, he was able to leave the hospital in half the time than any other patient had done to date. That went to the point as the consultants were actually asking what he is doing, why he's carrying this bag full of stuff into hospital. So, and what is in there? So they actually got intrigued. Now, let's go back and look at our spiral again. We are now at the bottom of the spiral and looking at the fourth element, the biofield. By identifying Sean's underlying health issues, devising specific treatment plans for each arising problem, and educating him on the other 3 elements, taking him through my formula, he went back into balance to complete health, which is called homeostasis as well. The supporting medical treatments and complemented his conventional treatments, which achieved the almost unachievable. For example, while you read his statement as part of his testimonial, I just give you one example. For example, the lung consultant he's been seeing on a regular basis did not expect his lungs to fully recover within 3 months without one scar on his tissue. They had told him it can take up to 12 months and his lungs will be scarred and weaker than ever. So once you've read this through, see, it makes me happy. It makes me really happy that he's well, other clients are well, and they just get on with their life. Don't have to worry about their health. It's magical. His amazing recovery meant that during his chemotherapy, which should have given him side effects such as extreme tiredness and a high susceptibility to infections, let him walk a minimum of 5 to 10 kilometers every day while sorting his business affairs in the fresh air with his dog, Hugo. Now, I let you read this part of his very long testimonial, really. So we only cut out a few bits for you to see what actually helped him. And as of August 2020, he has been declared cancer-free and is still to date following the Biomed lifestyle every day without fail. Because as you can see, it helped him enormously and was part of him recovering, really. You all read this? Okay. Let's carry on. Which of the 3 journeys do you identify with the most? Are you more like me who needs just a general overhaul and deals with all kind of niggles and mental stressors, which in me created on long-term adrenal fatigue. And just lack a bit of education for yourself? Are you more like Gainer, who had a severe emotional trauma or any other trauma and can't get out of the downward spiral? Or are you more like Sean, having underlying health issues which cause fatigue over time? Or there's another possibility. Are you aware of aging and don't want to lose any of your present energy? Want to streamline your body and stay fit and healthy for all the years to come and have the best and highest quality of life? Give me a 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat. Where do you see yourself? I'll carry on while these numbers are flying in. And it did not only work for Gainer or Sean or me, but for many other clients, just like Hannah, for example, who is a single mom of 2 and a radiographer. Or Sam, who is an assistant manager in a busy bakery and runs now her own holiday business on top of it. Sarah, the dance teacher and PA to a high demanding businessman. She got a lot on. Nikki, who has a very responsible position within the telecom industry. She actually couldn't use her computer because the virus infection she had affected her arm. So she was really incapacitated for about 8 months, which work wasn't happy about, obviously. So, and she couldn't do anything with her kids either. So she wasn't a happy, fun mom anymore, which really started the family to disintegrate. So the effect of a bit of pain, a bit of fatigue, and a bit of this and a bit of that, the effect it has on everybody else around you needs to be considered as well. Or Michelle, look at Michelle, she's so cute, who works within the social factor and in schools and is a mom of 4. Imagine not being able to sort her home out. I've got more testimonials, so I put my website on. You can jot it down and look it up. I can't put everybody on here. So the ultimate fatigue recovery formula gives you knowledge and application, lifestyle and mindset changes, and deals with underlying health issues. It has worked for many people, obviously too many to mention. But see, wherever you class yourself in, whichever these 3 steps are part of the overall formula designed individually to you. Does that make sense? Okay. That concludes our 3 case studies. And now I have a question for you. What about you? What do you want out of the rest of your life? What would you like to change if you had a magic wand? Write it in the comments. Do you need some form of transformation like me or Gainer? Are you ready to step into that direction? Even if it's just small step at a time? Are you ready to leap towards what you still want out of life? Or are you giving up? I invite you to write in the comments a word that symbolizes where you want to go, what you want to get out, or what you want to do when you're recovered. What is the magic word which would take you? If you also want expert help in conquering your own fatigue, then I have some really, really good news for you. I have relaunched my 3-tier health and vitality system. This new and improved version is specifically designed to inspire and motivate you to sustainably take ownership of your health. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest, how important is motivation and ownership of health to you? Throw it in the comments. Oh, there's the poll. Use the poll for this. Number 2, I will teach you how to slow down your aging process. And in some cases, we actually can go back in time. That is disease evolution. That's why I apply. How important would that be to you on a scale from 1 to 10 to know what to do? Slow down your aging. Be as fit as healthy in your 90s, then you're in your 70s or in your 60s or in your 50s, wherever you are. Give me the number. And number 3, how important is it to you that I can lead you on a path of amplified health and vitality in your later years? Let me know on the scale from 1 to 10. How important is that to be healthy and fit and have longevity and vitality? Just don't have to worry about health issues. Just know it's given. Or if you have underlying health issues we can't get rid of, that you know how actually live with them with the most minimal impact on your life. So they're not consuming your daily living. You can just carry on with all the fun stuff you want to do. Now, let me introduce you to the ultimate fatigue recovery formula. Here's what you get when you enroll in this 90-day complete health transformation program. You already got a workshop, as you can see. Then you have the complete formula. Plus you get, because you're attending this workshop, you're getting 5 extra bonuses. These bonuses are usually not available. So these 5 extra bonuses are available to you today. Now let's take a little bit of a closer look at what is all included. Get to fight the fatigue fundamentals. Get lifetime access to this series of 12 masterclasses and gain the wisdom with which to win the war against your weariness. In these foundational modules, you'll learn the rituals and routines that motivate you, which are the essential first steps to fighting fatigue yourself. Sounds good? Okay. You get a personal health audit. You will receive an individual biomedical assessment and a one-to-one video consultation with me to understand your medical history and identify the underlying causes of your fatigue. This personal health audit will reveal where, when, and how to begin your journey to a transformed lifestyle and better health. Does that sound good? Then let's have a look at our immune modulating and tissue detoxing remedy pack, which is part of this program. I will send you 5 remedies to balance and strengthen the immune system and reduce the bacterial or viral load in your body. and 3 remedies to detoxify the intra and extracellular matrix. These remedies improve the communication between cells and signaling pathways, so you can enjoy powerful effect of the body's increased energy production. And I want to make a note here, there are no side effects using those remedies with existing medications you're taking. So don't worry about it. Next. Get your immune modulation detoxification ebook. For those who pride themselves on being informed and factual, my ebook expounds the importance of immune modulation and detoxification. Be empowered in your journey to increase vitality by understanding the science behind the remedies, why they work, and how to use them for optimum health. You get unlimited email support, get the benefits of personal coaching without the heavy price tag, regular emails built on the Fight the Fatigue Fundamentals masterclasses, and foster a deeper understanding of key biomedical principles and how to personally apply them to your life. You will receive unrestricted access to email guidance and support. Sounds good? Let's carry on. You get your Fatigue Fighters community membership. Enjoy 24/7 access to an online community of fellow fatigue fighters. Be enlightened, encouraged, and supported by like-minded friends who understand your struggles and share your dream. Regular group coaching. You can participate in 2 live group coaching calls per month to ensure that you have clarity and confidence at every step of the program. These sessions offer fresh insight and practical handles on the masterclasses and safe space in which to learn from the questions and experiences of fellow fatigue fighters. It's your safe community. But if you prefer a one-to-one coaching, I can absolutely accommodate that. Sounds good? Let's carry on. By following this program, you will be able to conquer fatigue and restore energy in 90 days. If that resonates with you, then let me take you to a few more saving benefits you get when you join this formula. You will save 10 times more lost time. Your lifetime here on earth is invaluable. Agree? And you do want to make the most of every minute you have and not use that to worry about your health. Not really. Save by wasting your money on quick solution products that don't work or only address one side, so you learn to cope rather than to heal. Not worth it. Be in charge of your health. The knowledge you will gain will not only benefit you, but your entire family. Know exactly what to do and how to overcome your fatigue. And keep that on a long-term basis, not just as a one-off within these 3 months. This is your one-stop shop for every aspect you need to cover from fatigue and your overall health. But if you sign up today, straight away with this workshop, you will get 5 fatigue-busting bonuses as well. Look at that. Let's have a look at them. Bonus 1, you get a 3 months Biomed membership. The Biomed membership is for program graduates who want to build on their learning and to extend and sustain the transformed health experience during the program. This is 3 months free before you even have to pay. So we will carry on getting more modules, courses, lots of stuff and discounts when you just take that membership after your 3 months program. Next one. Bonus 2 is your mind-mending meditations. This compilation of 50 guided meditations covers a range of issues from elevating anxiety to mindfulness and relaxation. They will also help lower your blood pressure, improve your heart rate, breathing, and brainwaves in as little as 30 minutes per day. And you will be relieved it's not only my voice you will hear. I have invited some guest speakers. Next bonus. Bonus 3 is the PhysiTrack membership. I'm able to support each client with a personalized fitness and strengthening program designed with their specific body conditions and restrictions in mind. This is 3 months free for you when you sign up. Bonus 4, my immune boosting recipe book. Say goodbye to cooking is demanding and healthy food tastes horrible. They are absolutely fabulous recipes. You will love them. And it includes 7 colon cleanses, which rids body of toxins in your gastric system. So let's go for it. And bonus 5 is your nutritional jumpstart supplement kit. Now you can stop wasting time and money on products that don't improve your life. Know exactly how to optimize your body's nutritional intake within each day. Sounds great? You also get a discount price if you order them through me. Here is what you get all together with my Ultimate Fatigue Recovery Formula. You get 12 masterclass modules, one-to-one video consultation where I look at the background of your health and give you a treatment plan. Immune modulating and tissue detoxing remedy pack. Remember, 8 remedies to start you off, kickstart the whole healing process. You get your immune modulation and detoxification ebook, 2 group coaching calls per month for the 3 months, unlimited email support, and your community membership and support. And including in this workshop, 5 bonuses. The 3 months free Biomed Lifestyle membership, 50 mind-mending meditations, 3 months free PhysiTrack membership, the immune boosting recipe book, 35 recipes, amazing, nutritional jumpstart supplement kit. How does that sound to you? Are you excited? I am, because I think it's absolutely massive value, really. Let's carry on. This Ultimate Fatigue Recovery Formula with the 12, there used to be 12 masterclass modules, so I've increased them. The one-on-one video consultation and group coaching calls, the remedy pack with the to start the immune modulation and detoxification process actually sells for more than £2,500 when purchased separately. But what do? I'll give you this for £475 a month. In the spring, I will be selling the program for £575. But you can get immediate access when you purchase today to the new and improved Ultimate Fatigue Recovery Formula with all the benefits and bonuses for this introductory price of £475. Or if you prefer, I just made that available specifically for you as well. A monthly payment of £167 for 3 months only. So you can choose a one-off payment for £475 or 3 installments of £167. How does that sound? You are the most valuable investment you will make. Is that right? Your health is your wealth. Without your health, all the money in your bank account you saved, you invested, you got returns, your big successful career you might have had, all the recognition, the connections, your friendships you got in life, your extended family. Can you really enjoy it if you haven't got your health? You make your loved ones worry about you instead of having a good time. Please, please make your health the most important investment now for the years to come. What would your life look like 1 year from now? It's said that our lives are shaped in moments of decision. What sort of life will you choose in this moment? Will you be like the bear on a permanent winter sleep? Or are you going to be out and about, enjoy every moment of your life, loving what you do, and be the best company you can be around with? Give me a word in the comments. How can you feel being happy, energetic, successful? Do you want to travel? What can you see for yourself? Will you embrace the joy of abundant vitality? Are you ready to embrace it? Let's see some thumbs up here. Look at the bubbles. Oh, I love bubbles. Will you enjoy the outdoors with your friends and family? Do you love skiing, swimming, golfing, yachting around beautiful islands, traveling, hiking, diving, climbing, shooting, or long beach walks in the dusk or dawn? Which one is your favorite? You want to do and you kind of at the moment don't really feel like doing? Put it in the comments. Or will you choose to spend your golden years in a rocking chair, watching the world and the rest of your life pass you by? Do you envision yourself like this? Do you want to be that person? Give me a yes or no. What is your choice? You have a choice, from rocking chair to a rocking fatigue-free life. Are you taking that choice? Are you making that decision for longevity, vitality, happiness, enjoying everything, even washing dishes or ironing or knitting again, playing games, just being pain-free, just waking up in the morning with a smile in your face? I'm looking forward to the day. As I said, let's have a quick recap. In the spring, I'll be selling this program for £575. But this lifetime access to this entire program is valued at over £4,000 altogether, really. So I'm offering it to an amazing 90% discount for only £475 in a one-off payment, or £167 per month for only 3 months. What will it do for you? It's in structured and easy to follow steps with the implementation. You save time, effort, and money trying methods which don't work. You eliminate a multi-year learning curve. I've done it for you. You start quickly in your own time. The Ultimate Fatigue Recovery Formula gives you these 4 things you need: a step-by-step guide, support and accountability, practical exercises, and helpful, easy-to-use tools, a clear target, and my personal and professional involvement in your recovery journey. I invite you to press the button on the right-hand side to join my Fatigue Recovery Formula. This button, when you click, takes you to something looking like this. This is the purchase cart. You enter your card details and click the Place Order Now button at the bottom of the page. And you will be in. I will welcome you with an email and give you all the instructions you need at that time. That email will be probably waiting for you already in your inbox, or maybe in your spam and junk folder. So have a look once you processed that order. But if the Ultimate Fatigue Recovery Formula fails to motivate and inspire you to take ownership of your health, teach you how to restore your energy and rejuvenate your body so you can enjoy doing the things you enjoy with the people you love, or take you by the hand and lead you onto the path to amplified health and vitality in your later years, then simply let me know within 14 days of receiving your order package, and I will refund every penny of your investment in the Ultimate Fatigue Recovery Formula. No questions asked. And because I'm really committed to improve your health, I will give you half your money back on any already opened remedies received from me. And you can keep the product and enjoy a taste of what improved health can feel. Is that commitment? It is my commitment to you. Claudia's work with us has provided homeopathic solutions to medical problems and has led me to trust her more than any GP I've ever had. Her work truly changes the quality of your life, and I am so grateful to have her at the end of the phone whenever I'm suffering from health problems. I recommend everyone I know to Claudia and will continue to use her as my first point of call for my health. Danielle Fraser, and she's a business owner. Testimonials like Danielle give me the energy to push forward and introduce this formula to as many people as possible. Should this formula not be for you, please invite your friend or loved one who might need my support to get on the journey of their recovery. Here's it one more time. The Ultimate Fatigue Recovery Formula with all the benefits and bonuses for a very special introductory price of £475 as a one-off payment, or £167 per month for 3 months only to join your optimal health journey. Come on board. I am here to guide you. I will hold you by the hand and give you all the guidance and support you need. Be the change you've been imagining for so long. I'm looking forward to greeting you on the other side. Are you in? give me a yes. A high five, a thumbs up. Revolutionize your health. Transform. That's my gift, my offer, my help, my support, my expertise for you. Click that button and join the inner circle. Okay. Now, I would really like to say thank you so much for being with me today. And I wish every single one of you a healthy and happy rest of the day and week. Please ask me any questions. And if I haven't answered them in the chat for you yet, the workshop is over in a second. I'll be coming into the Facebook group tomorrow at 1 o'clock lunchtime. So thank you again for being with me, for taking your time of a bit of learning and looking at what I have to offer you. Please grab your immune boosting activation meditation right now, or do it this evening. Take care, everybody. Thank you, and bye-bye.